guys, welcome to another weekly roundup. First of all, let me apologize for being so late in publishing this week's tech news roundup. Normally, what I publish on Sunday is only being published today for this week. I apologize and thank you to all those who reached out to me asking where is the latest episode of This Week in Tech India. Your concern and your support really keeps me going, so please continue to show your support. The only way you can do that is by liking, commenting and sharing this video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Let's get into the most important tech news from This Week in Tech India. So before we get into OpenAI, let's get a few of the smaller bits of tech news out of the way. Samsung is going to start manufacturing laptops in India, specifically in its Greater Noida facility. Now, fun fact, the Samsung Greater Noida facility is one of the first big tech manufacturing units in India. It started in 1996. Imagine that. The Reserve Bank of India has approved the nation's first blockchain finance platform for small and medium scale enterprises, which means that MSMEs, the small and medium scale enterprises, can use blockchain for things like identifying fraud, reducing fraud risk, invoicing, and whatnot. I honestly think this is cool. I thought blockchain, which was introduced in the world around the same time as Bitcoin, I really thought it was a passing fad and that it was going to disappear. Although it does have some, theoretically, it does have some good real world use cases today. Decentralizing finance, that's all what it's about. I think this is a pretty cool move from the government, and I think small and medium scale enterprises will benefit from blockchain platforms. I'll be following the space and bring more to you as it develops. Zepto is now offering plots of land that you can apparently buy in 10 minutes. Really? Why? When I think of something that you can buy in 10 minutes, I would think of like onions or vegetables or food or something like that, not land or your iPhone or a MacBook. You should take longer to make such purchase decisions, really, especially some expensive purchase decisions. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm not a millionaire or a billionaire and I just don't think like one. But if one of you thinks that being able to buy a plot of land in 10 minutes, and so that's from the point that you search for a plot of land to the point that you make a purchase, 10 minutes. If there's some real benefits to that time frame, I would like to know about it in the comments. And maybe one day I'll be rich enough to understand. Who knows? Foxconn has started small-scale productions of the iPhone 17 in its Bangalore plant. This is really cool because, first of all, tariffs. Secondly, Trump has been telling Tim Cook that he doesn't want Apple to be manufacturing in India. Third, Trump even told US tech companies who have Indian origin CEOs, by the way, that they should not hire Indians. And here you have Apple, or second most valuable company in the world, pride of American industry, manufacturing in India. Tells you a lot about US politics. Speaking of Foxconn, the tech giant has recalled another 300 Chinese and Taiwanese engineers from its India facilities. We don't know exactly why they've been recalled. This is not the first time that's happened this year. But if you put that bit of news side by side with the bit of news that Foxconn is manufacturing this iPhone 17 in India, my guess would be that engineers are being recalled because they have completed training local talent and or local skill is available to meet that needs. So, no biggie. Bit of news about layoffs. Last week I gave a rant about TCS, and this week my rant about TCS continues. Laid off employees are unioning, and some say that the actual number of layoffs, which officially is 12,000, is actually far more than that. Some are saying that actually 30,000 people have been laid off by TCS. In response, the company put out what I thought is a very lousy statement, saying that this is part of a future ready strategy and that it's going to affect 2% of its workforce, whatnot. Anyway, humbug. I have no sympathy for TCS at this point. Apart from TCS, Oracle, the global ERP platform whose founder and principal owner Larry Ellison is one of the richest men in the world, has announced that 10% of their India workforce is being laid off. Why? AI. This next bit of news I love to follow up with. While companies are laying off people because of AI, allegedly, AI companies are hiring in India. OpenAI has announced that it's opening its first India office in Delhi and that it is actually going to hire people. They're going to hire humans, by the way, not AI. This shows that if your boss comes and tells you that we are firing you because of AI, that's not an excuse that you should probably believe. They just want to get rid of you. And if that happens, reach out to me. In other news, Airtel, which was offering Perplexity Pro, is now offering 6 months of Apple Music to some of its prepaid customers. You can check if you are available in the Airtel Thanks app. By the way, very quietly, Airtel and Jio have scrapped their cheapest plans. Both had I think it was prepaid plan of 249 rupees, which is no longer available. The cheapest mobile plan is now 299 rupees. Just a bit of, news. Couple of government related news. The Indian government is offering DigiLocker Drive free for citizens. So, as an Indian citizen, you get 1 GB of data free, which you are encouraged to use to store key documents like your school mark sheets or your passport copies or ID copies and whatnot. You can visit the government website to register. I wrote a blog post about it. I still haven't done it yet, and you can read my blog post if you want to know why I haven't done it yet. Very simple reasons. And finally, and this is big news, really, it's bigger than what it was when it came out, that the Indian government has banned real money online games. That is, it's a blanket ban on all online games involving monetary transactions. And yes, that includes Dream 11, My Player Circle, and whatnot, that I have quite openly spoken against when the IPL was on and even before that. Now, in response, Dream 11 immediately put out a statement that said that they are going to comply with regulations and they are great people and whatever. But behind the scenes, there is reporting that Dream 11 and others are planning to sue the government over this ban. Just imagine the audacity. A company that is responsible for young people taking their lives. Yes, that has happened. Certain people have tragically taken their own lives because of debt that they incurred due to this online gambling addiction. And yes, Dream 11 does fall under the category of online gambling that you can get addicted to. Such companies, instead of trying to do the right thing, are trying to do the wrong thing to protect their profits. They are not going to prevail. I'll pray for it. The bit of global news that I want to close with is Google's interesting Pixel release event where Jimmy Fallon was the host. That's what he does for a living. And where they threw a lot of shade at Apple and whatnot. I mean, honestly, my reaction to it is very mixed. The devices itself, the Pixel Plus, or is it Pixel XL, the Pixel Pro Fold, and a few others are great. If I want to switch over from iOS to Android, I would probably go in for the Pixel Pro Fold. It's a folding phone that's just under $1,800. It looks cool, to be honest with you. And before you ask, yes, Pixel devices are also being made in India. As on date of this video, we don't have the prices for the new Pixel devices in India. But I hope, and I've said this before, I hope that one day all these electronics that are actually made in India do pass on some monetary benefit for Indian consumers. I would really continue to not be happy if we also pay $1,000 or the equivalent of $1,000 for a phone that costs $1,000 in the US or wherever, and that is made in India. I don't know what version or mutation of GST is. If one of you finance bros can explain it to me, please comment below and maybe I'll do a duet with you. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. I promise next week's videos will be on time. Please continue to show your support. I really appreciate it. Peace.